Well, happy Wednesday, everybody. I'm back tonight with the tutorial, the video on how I made the cute little gift bag holder. It's perfect size for a little treat. When it's all done, it measures 4 by 5, and then it's about an inch close, or an inch wide. So perfect for a little treat, gift card, or a little candy bar, something like that. So let me show you how I did this. And we learned this from, we had a demonstrator webinar that we had gone to, and it was for when I won the achiever for getting the sales in April. We had that, and so they showed how to make this little gift bag in that. So I will show you the measurements for it and where we scored it and everything. And again, this is my third night with working with the Regal Winter Suite Collection, which is out in the new September through December 24 mini catalog. Like every night this week, I'm going to be making something with this set, and so tonight is this little gift bag. Now, to start with, I went ahead and cut. I'm using the distressed paper, which is one-sided. But I cut it down to 10.5 by 6. So if your paper like this, really, this paper can go this way. I think it can go this way just fine. Either way, I feel it's okay because there's just all sorts of different directions that those leaves are going. But if you have a paper that you want it to go a certain direction, you'll have to watch those measurements. So I did make a template the last time from when we had the class, and I went ahead and you can't really see it on this template, so I will show you when I score it. But the first score is going to be at 1/2 inch. Then the second, which is going to be the gusset, is going to be at 1 inch. And then there's 1.5 inches, and then that's going to make the end here. And then you'll go across and you'll score it 5.5, and then 6 for the gusset, and then 6.5, and then that's going to fold around. And then you will score on the bottom to create your bottom flap. So it'll flap up, and then you'll go ahead and trim off the corners so that they're at an angle so that they'll fold together better. If I can say that 3 times fast. Let me grab a drink real quick because my throat seems to be really dry. Okay, now I am using the Score Pal, or the Simply Score by Stampin' Up, but you could use this, with Score Pal if you have one. And the reason I'm doing that is because when I used the trimmer, which actually does have a scoring tool on it, it goes a little bit deeper than I do when I just go ahead and use this. So again, like I said, we're going to go follow the measurements of 1/2 inch. So we'll just go down that 1/2 inch canal, and then the inch. Make sure it's all the way up at the top. And then 1.5 inches. Okay, and then we're going to come clear out here to the 5.5. And the 6. And the 6.5. Okay, and then we're just going to turn it to the side, and we will score the bottom at 1 inch. The other thing that you want to do when you're using any kind of a score is kind of want to go a little bit slow, because if you go really fast, you can skip into the next row. Okay, so now we will get those places cut here. And the very first one, you're going to cut that whole end off. So we will start at the top of the fold. And then since this is the gusset, we're going to go ahead and angle this first flap up. Okay, and then here's going to be our second one. We're going to make just a triangle shape here. Now I'm not going for perfection, if I can get that out. Can't even say perfection. So, okay, and then the same here. Going to make 2 triangles going up to the fold. You got to make sure you have some really good light so that you can see those score marks. Okay, another one. Oh, I did go a little bit too far in there, but that's okay. And then on the very end, you want to just score it up. Angle it up, as I guess I should say. So there we have our bag ready to fold. And what you're going to do is you're just going to fold it in. And then this is going to be your gusset. I don't fold it all the way down because I like that to stay flat. So, and then fold that up. And fold that one. Fold. And fold. So there's going to be our bag, how we're going to put it together. Now I am not going to put it together just yet. I'm going to go ahead and add my tag front, because I'm actually adding the tag to the bag. I'm not attaching it with ribbon or anything like that. I'm actually adding it into the bag. So whichever side you want to be the front, it doesn't matter. I chose, the way I put it on this box was it was on this end. I took the tag, or the banner that you would cut the sentiment out, and I cut it out 2 times. First I cut it out in the white, because that's what I'm going to stamp that on. And then second, I cut it out in one of the other DSPs. But what I did was we have adhesive sheets, and so I attached the adhesive sheet to the back of that DSP. And so that's how I'm going to add this piece to the bag. So we'll go ahead and peel that off of there, that backing off of there. And this might be a little tricky because since it was cut on there, it's kind of embedded in there. So there we go. So see, it's just, you can see that shiny part there. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and see about where I want to put the tag. So about there. So I'm going to go ahead and start that piece, and then I'll move my tag out of the way. So I have attached that piece to the actual front of the bag. Okay, now I'm going to make the rest of my tag. I kind of did 2 things here. I love the dies. I thoroughly love all the dies. You know that I do. I love that they cut out shapes on the DSP. This one is it's not an exact match, but this shape does go around some of these flowers. I just noticed that, so I thought, you know what, instead of, stamping and then cutting it out, like this one, it would cut this one out beautifully, because there's no other leaves around in front of that. So these dies really they are so versatile. But I just found a set of flowers that I thought would look really pretty on it. And so I'm going to go ahead and stamp the leaves. And I am using the Pretty Peacock because that's the color of the bag. So we'll go ahead and stamp. Oh, before I do that, I'm going to I forgot, I'm going to do that dotted pattern. and that is in that crushed curry. I always seem to forget that until the last minute. I mean, when I'm making the card, I remember it, but when I'm showing you guys, I forget. So, and again, just kind of framing this a little bit. Okay. Go ahead and close that up. I've been having been crafting all night tonight. I don't know if you can see, I've got green on my fingers. You can't really see it, but it's all over my fingers. So, okay, now we're going to do that leaf pattern. Make sure that it's inked up really well. Okay. And I just kind of, right here in the middle, at the bottom. There we go. So, then we'll close that up. And I'm going to go ahead and just glue the flowers on there. So I'll just use my glue to glue them on there. Just kind of want to know, I just don't want to go on the very edges. So here in the middle. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to attach, well no, I think I can put those on afterwards. I'm going to go ahead and attach this with the dimensionals so it kind of pops up off of there. I don't know if you can tell, and well, you probably can't tell. I will be getting this loaded later tonight. It's 10:30 here. I got home from work and been really tired lately, and I haven't been able to sleep well at night, so I just craft. I get up and make the cards or whatever, and or just look up what I might want to do. And so I'm not sleeping very well, but so when I get home from work, I'm exhausted. And if I sit down in my recliner and my dogs come up to me, I'm out. So I'm out for a little bit. And then I'll wake up. So then I'm awake for the night. So that I'm just going to line this up so that it is in the center of that. Okay. Now for the thanks, for this one, I'm going to use the thanks stamp from the Regal Winter. And I just used just a scrap piece of white paper for that. But I also found in the Changing Leaves die, it has this very cute little oval shape. So I thought, I'll give that a try tonight. So we'll see how that looks on here. I'm going to go ahead and use that Pretty and Peacock again. It just goes so well with this set. Okay. So just want to kind of center that. There we go. And that I'm going to go ahead and apply with the dimensionals as well. Probably can take a dimensional and cut it in half. We'll see. Nope, that's good. Those dimensionals that shape will handle the dimensionals just right. And so since I'm putting it kind of off the edge a little bit, I'm not going to put that one fully over there. Okay. So it's just kind of there on the edge. And then I used some of the Regal foiled dots. Went ahead and used the green because I thought it's pretty. And I mean, a lot of these have got some of that gold in them. So I just kind of placed them randomly on here. There we go. Okay, now to put the bag together, you can either use glue or you can use the Stampin' Seal to seal it up on the side. I'll go ahead and use the Stampin' Seal because that will kind of adhere it faster, I guess. And then I can get right up on the edge too with the Stampin' Seal. So just follow that line. I'm going really kind of slow so that I'm not going too fast away from it. So then you just kind of fold it in and just follow that line. Oh, there we go. Just need to place my hands better. So there we go. Got that line. Okay, and now we'll put the bottom together. And again, you just want to use a little bit of Stampin' Seal. And so I'm just going to use it right here. There we go. Use it right here along the edge. And then you just want to shore it up so that it's as straight as you can get it. Okay, and then put your hand in there and press it down. Okay, there we go. Now, there's all sorts of ways you can tie it up, you know, or close it. Like I said, I've got these cute little, I think I'd said before, I've got some cute little clothespins that I had found. And I probably am not going to be able to find them. Oh, there we go. Some tiny little clothespins I found that, you know, you could do that, put a little ribbon on it. For this one, I actually took the iridescent ribbon, and I cut a piece just, I didn't cut it very long. I think I just cut it about maybe 10 inches. Okay, and then that piece I cut in half. So I just kind of slid it up the middle. And it's kind of cool because it's got a little line up the middle, a little iridescent line. So I have something to follow. So I just went up the middle of that. Okay, and then the very end. So there I have two pieces now. And then I have an old slot punch. I have so many tools from when I was crafting before. You know, I just like to use them any way that I can. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use it to punch a hole here at the top in the center through both pieces. So I'll turn it around so that I can see. And you just want to go about as centered as you can at the top. Okay. Then I took those two pieces of the thread that I cut and I slid them through that little slot punch. I don't know if you can get them both to go through. One of them decided to, the other one decided not to, so there we go. And then you can just tie a bow with, just tie a little knot or a little bow with this ribbon, and there you go. So there you have a cute little way to tie it up there. And that is that little gift bag. It is very simple, very, very simple to make. You can attach a bow any way you want to on the front, you know, like I did there. It was with that. Another way is you could just wrap the ribbon all around the top to keep it closed. But very simple little treat bag that you can give a gift card, or if you've got a friend, you know, you could even put on there, hello friend, you know, somebody just wanting to let them know you're thinking about them for the day. So tomorrow will be Thursday, and I've got a card planned, so I will be posting the picture of it tomorrow. And then tomorrow night, crossing my fingers that when I get home I'm not so tired, and I can go ahead and get the video done tomorrow after work. But I don't know what you guys do when you're not able to sleep. I get up and I craft, or I've even been known to play a video game or two. My kids got me into a game called Stardew Valley, which is a farming sim game, which I enjoy it. cutting grass and weeds and chopping down trees and planting crops and stuff. It's just fun. But I hope you guys have a wonderful Thursday. So be watching for my project tomorrow during the day, and then watching for my video tomorrow night. And thank you guys for sticking with me. I truly appreciate you. Good night.